Hey guys, it's Hannah, and just a few things before today's video. So one, this was kind of the Lilanah College poster thing, like my little Strictly Lesbians logo thing. Yeah, I drew it for art class, and then I fell asleep with some Reese's in my bed because that's the story of my life, actually. And then I woke up and this happened. I rolled over on it and melted it onto this. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. So I'm going to make another one, and I'm going to color it with the black and red because it's kind of my thing. And yeah. So that's that. And second thing, this video is going to be probably really long because I made a list for this one because I have a lot of things I want to hit on this topic. And also another disclaimer, I had this idea for like 3 weeks. I didn't do the video because I had some requested videos and I didn't have time to really, because this is going to be a long one, to really put the effort in, and I wanted to make sure exactly what I was going to say. And then I look on YouTube today and Ariel has the same topic, and that made me upset because yeah. But hopefully that will send people looking for even more help or something, and they'll find my channel. So hi, if you're new here. I guess I should start with, this is Lilanah, I'm Hannah, and this is Lilanah College. Not Strictly Lesbians, but that's another one you can go check out. And today's topic is going to be abusive relationships. So I have this cheat sheet, which I don't usually have, but don't mind that, okay? Just ignore it. Anyways, so what is a toxic or abusive relationship? I just gave away next week's video. Shh. What is an abusive relationship? Well, my cheat sheet's a hot mess because I have terrible handwriting. Okay, so, a lot of abusive relationships are not just violent, and you have to know that. But if they are, then they're most definitely abusive, and that's really dangerous for your safety. And that's when all of the how to get out rules really apply to you, because you need to get out. So it's not just violence, and also it's not just with straight people, like men and women. First of all, I know a lot of it happening with gay men, like men and men, but also it does happen with lesbians, guys. Like, it can, so don't think that you're home free just because of this, because it can happen with anyone, including in friendships and things like that. So yeah, so when, an abusive relationship is not just an unhealthy one, because things are going to be unhealthy in any relationship. There's always going to be something. But when it's abusive, you will know that the other person has really big control issues, controlling things like what you wear, who you hang out with, who you talk to, who you don't talk to. That's a big one. When they're really easily upset and you have to feel like you were walking on eggshells to please them, and if they make you scared, then that's definitely a big sign. And if they ever threaten you with anything, like, if you break up with me, if you do this, I've heard a lot of these, I'll kill myself, and that's a really big one, because that kind of brings me to my next point, which is why people stay. And, the suicide thing is a reason that a lot of people use, and this may sound mean, but you have to know that it's not your responsibility, okay? Because that person will have other people that love and support them, but you cannot stay with someone who walks all over you and abuses you and, makes you unhappy just because you're worried that they're going to go kill themselves. That's not your responsibility. They will have other people to take care of them, but as of now, you need to think about you, because you're the most important thing right here. Other reasons why people stay is if, they don't feel good enough, or, they will ever find someone else. That's a big reason. Especially, if you watch Glee, which if you don't, what are you doing with your lives? I love Glee. And you saw that Shannon Beast episode where she left her husband. It was a really empowering episode. The last line was, who's ever gonna love you like I loved you, Shannon? And then she turns around and she goes, me. And it was really powerful and really beautiful. And if you don't watch Glee, at least go check out that scene. Or there's a GIF on Tumblr that I just saw, which made me really excited because I was gonna do this video, and I was like, that's exciting. So yeah. Another thing is, if you're like married, it's a big financial burden, things like that. And I want you to know that, you know, your financial well-being is not as important as your emotional well-being, okay? And I know it doesn't seem that way, but you will find a good way out of this, and you will get back up on your feet, however that happens. But, you know, you shouldn't be stuck with this awful person for the rest of your life, because you don't deserve that. Another thing is that they always apologize. And people make excuses for their partners, like, oh, you know, it wasn't really a big deal, it was just one time, it was this, like, all of these excuses for them. And, you know, they think that because they apologized, it means something, but it doesn't. They apologize because they want you to do what they want. You know, they don't care about how you're feeling. They're not actually sorry. All they want to do is manipulate you into staying under their control. And another thing, just a disclaimer, I'm not saying that these are bad people precisely. I'm just saying that they grew up in a way that was taught, you know, to do this to people. And that's another thing that my next topic is how it happens. And there are two personality types, really, like the more dominant type and the more like submissive type, you know, those two. And a lot of times growing up in households, you know, in any relationship really, there's going to be that kind of balance because that's like healthy. But then when it goes to extremes and the other person is controlling everything that you're doing, that's when you know that it's bad. Anyways, and so parents will kind of train their kids subconsciously to grow up either being like their mommy or like their daddy. I'm like my mommy, my sister's like my daddy. And so she's more like here and I'm more like here. But it doesn't mean that she's going to be this huge, you know, controlling person, because she's not. She's really awesome. But then, when you grow up in households where that's more present, you can become this person that just absorbs everything that you see your mom or dad doing. And that's kind of how you become this person. And I don't think that you're a bad person, but I think that you might need therapy to help you let go of this control issue that you have and really discover inside of you, you know, why that's there and why you feel the need to do this. Because I've had a lot of really good friends that do kind of the same thing, and I think that they are good people. I just think that they need a lot of emotional help. And so another way that you can kind of grow up to learn those habits are from like young friendships. Like I said, my friends, one of those was really young, and we were friends for like ever. And I finally quit that friendship, which was good. And also siblings, like I said with my sister, but sometimes it's a lot more. Like I have a friend with a sibling, and it's a really big hot mess because she kind of lets him control whatever she does, and she's really afraid of him, and it's really just like, what? You know, and it makes me really upset. So, how to deal with it? First things first is you just have to get out some way. Just get out. Leave. Don't accept their bullshit. You know, don't feel bad. This person is not my responsibility. I said a lot of this earlier, but I can't stress this enough, you know. And if they get mad, don't try and please them again by being nice about it. You just have to leave. And try and do this in the most safe way possible, because if it is physically abusive, I don't want you to end up in a really bad situation. But, but, you know, you shouldn't feel afraid to leave, I guess is what I'm saying. And, you know, if you do think that you are in danger, then try and just pack up your bags and go at a time when they're not home or something. Leave a note, you know, anything like that, because care about your physical safety first, definitely. and avoid the other person. And if they apologize, just don't listen to it. Don't feel sorry for them. And how to leave, you need to find support in some way, like a group. They have support groups for this. A friend, a sibling, like family members, anything like that. Have them help you so that you have a place to stay, a place to go to when you need to talk to someone, someone to talk about it with, because you should not keep this inside and deal with it yourself. And then second step, after you found that support, make a plan to leave. And then third step is leave and don't go back. Another thing is, a lot of people, they leave and then go back to them a lot of different times, and that's also shown in a few of the Glee episodes because it's kind of spread throughout a few different episodes. Because, that's a very true fact. A lot of women or men, as I said, it can happen. Even it happens in heterosexual relationships to the male. So don't think that it's just men to women. And if I used any pronouns, I'm really sorry because I didn't mean to be stereotypical like that. But statistically it is shown that it's, most likely men to women. But whatever. Anyways. And so they usually end up going back to this person, or after they're out of that one, their personality type, as I said, is just attracted to this dominant one. And they have, as I said, the healthy range and the unhealthy range. And that's when things get really, really crazy, and it's really hard to get out of this unhealthy range. And you know how I know that? Because my aunt had 4 different abusive husbands. 4. Okay, and she's like 50 or something. It's a really long time. And her first one, she married at 18, all the way until 50 something. And it's ridiculous because, it's just this pattern. And so that's why after your first one, as I said, those support groups are really good. And so, and also you need to go to therapy and work on yourself and train yourself with these thoughts of, I am good enough, I do not need this person, I should not put up with their crap. It takes a lot of therapy to do that. And, I learned this lesson really young with that one friendship I was telling you about, and then a few more right after that, and I started to realize this unhealthy habit, and my aunt and my mom really helped me through this because they knew, my aunt knew especially what I was talking about, and, they saw that sign for me, and they said, oh shit, she might end up just like one of us. And then my aunt taught me how to empower myself. And that was probably one of the most amazing lessons I could have ever learned. So, I guess that's all I have to say on this. I really hope I didn't forget anything because I wrote it all down, and so I think I did everything. Anyways, just remember, guys, you are good enough, and you don't deserve love like that, okay? You deserve the real deal. You'll find your prince or princess charming soon enough. I love you all. I'll see you next Friday with a new Lilanah and possibly Tuesday with Strictly Lesbians if someone can request a topic. So chill. Alright, I love all of you. Yeah.